Today, guys, we're going to take a look at why Spectrum sucks and why when they tell you something doesn't mean a thing. How can we help you? Be honest. Don't lie to your customers. Do the right thing. Here you see my statement, which is due in December of 2022. You see that the previous balance is $64.99. I paid that, and it should be $64.99 this month. If we take a look down in that gray area where it says Spectrum Internet promotional discount, your promotional price will expire on 2/20/2023. So when I get my bill, I was going to pay it today, and I see that it was $69.99, and I'm thinking, well, where's the $5? So I called customer service. So I initially spoke to a Wendy. I'm not sure what state she was out of, and inquired as to why it was $5 higher. And she said, well, we had a price increase. I said, well, that may very well be, but I said I was promised $64.99 for the whole year, ending, as it clearly shows on the bill, 2/20/23. And she said, well, she just kept saying, well, but there was a price increase. So I wasn't getting anywhere with her, so I asked for a supervisor. Now, I did get a supervisor by the name of Larry. He was out of Texas, and he was what they call an escalation call. And so I asked him, same thing. I said, you guys promised me a price of $64.99. Clearly the bill shows. Of course, he said he's gotten a lot of calls on their increases. And he said, well, the price went up. I said, but you don't understand. I said, that was kind of like a contract. You told me, now I didn't get anything in writing. Even Larry here, when he gave me the offer he did give me here, when I'll talk to you about, they won't give you anything in writing. I says, when you tell me that it's for a year, I said, there should be, there's consideration there. I pay my monthly bill on time, and you offer me a rate for 12 months. That's consideration. Each side gets something. You get a payment, and I get a discounted price. And he just didn't seem to understand. Or, well, I'm not saying he didn't understand, but he kept saying, well, but there was a price increase. And I said, well, sir, in the past, I've never had this issue. When you've had a price increase, or, when you've promised me a certain rate, it's never gone up until the end of that promotion. And I want to say also, I used to have home phone, internet, and TV with them. But several years back, I was paying right around $120 a month. They wanted to go to it was over $200 a month. I said, you got to be kidding me. I tried to negotiate it. The best they could do was $180 something for the exact same services. Basic cable. Because I don't watch sports. I'm not into the movies. It was just your basic cable. Nothing fancy. And at $180 a month for just that, so I dropped their TV. I have Roku now, and then I dropped the home phone. But so anyways, that's why I just have internet, because you got to have internet today. So again, Larry just kept saying, he said, well, let me see what I can do. And I said, well, why don't you just subtract the $5? I said, that's obviously a mistake. I said, you've promised me, and wouldn't do it. He just, I don't know. It was beyond my comprehension how you tell somebody for a year you're going to get a certain rate, and then in the middle. And this is the first time that has ever happened with Spectrum. That is the first time. Normally, when they tell you a rate, that's what it is until it goes up. So here's what he said he would do for me. So if you look at the bill, it shows $79. So basically what I should be paying is $79 now. That's what the price went up to, was $79. And then they're taking $10 off. That's why it's $69.99. So it was $74.99, and they took off the $10. So the $5 made it to $79.99. That's why it's $5 more at $69.99. So what Larry told me in Texas from the escalation department, he said that for the December of 2022 bill, I had to pay the $69.99 as billed on my statement. For the January 2023 bill, he would give me a $20 courtesy credit, which would make my bill $49.99. And then come February of 2023, the discounts would be off and it would go up to their regular price. Now, obviously, my concern was, I said, well, Larry, you guys gave me a promise before, earlier this year, and you didn't abide by it. I said, what's going to make me think that come January, that bill's going to be $49.99? So he said he took care of it, but I don't know, has anybody else had this happen? Where they promise you something for a given length of time and then they just renege on it and they come up with this bullcrap answer that they had an increase. And I said, well, yeah, I'm sure you had increases, but you gave me a promise. You know, if you buy a car with a given warranty on day one and on the second day they change the warranty, you've already bought it on day one. You have to get that warranty. They cannot change in the middle of the road. And in my opinion, Time Warner, verbally, we had a contract. The consideration was my payment on time each month, and their consideration was to uphold their end of the bargain, which they didn't. So Spectrum, you guys suck. If you're going to tell a customer and give them a promise on a cost, you need to stand by it. And don't renege and lie to your customers and try to give some bull crap answers to why you're going to bend them over and charge them more than what you should be.